Welcome to Newarkian Videos for independent reporting and commentary. Here is today's story. Jocelyn?
Hi, Jake. In the Newark Unified School District, are we having a shifting landscape of school governance? The recent changes in our district's board operations have raised concerns about transparency, accessibility, and the traditional balance of power. Under the newly appointed board president's leadership, several significant modifications to long-standing practices have emerged, each carrying potentially troubling implications. The restructuring of board meetings represents a fundamental shift from decades of established practice. While the intention to dedicate time to educational topics seems laudable on the surface, this change effectively halves the time available for public business, community input, and pressing operational matters. A particularly troubling question arises. With twice the regular business now compressed into a single monthly meeting, will board members' discussions be curtailed, or will public speaking time be reduced to accommodate this compressed schedule? The proposed solution appears to miss an obvious alternative. If board members are genuinely committed to in-depth educational discussions, why not schedule these study sessions at a separate time, such as a Saturday morning or weekday evening? For elected officials who have volunteered to serve their community, dedicating one additional evening or morning per month for thorough educational discussion seems a modest commitment. The removal of direct email access to board members marks a significant step backward in constituent communication. This change effectively severs a vital, direct line of communication between elected officials and the community they serve. It is speculated that these email addresses will be replaced by an online form system, potentially under the control of the superintendent or board president, a change that would further centralize and control communication channels. The absence of public email addresses, with only rumors of a replacement system, creates an immediate barrier to open dialogue. Whether intentional or not, this change could concentrate communication flow through administrative channels, potentially allowing for filtering, delays, or even the prioritization of certain community voices over others. The board members, as elected officials, should be directly accessible to their constituents. The removal of email access fundamentally challenges this principle of democratic representation. Perhaps most concerning is the proposal to assign individual board members to specific school sites. While portrayed as a way to enhance community engagement, this approach could create unofficial territories within the district. This system could also blur the lines between governance and day-to-day operations, potentially undermining the superintendent's authority and creating confusion about proper channels of communication. These changes, when viewed collectively, suggest a shift toward more controlled and centralized decision-making. The reduced meeting time for regular business, combined with barriers to direct communication and the potential for fragmented oversight, could significantly impact the community's ability to influence and understand board decisions. The traditional checks and balances that have served the district for decades are being quietly dismantled, potentially replacing transparency with a more managed, less accessible form of governance. This new direction raises questions about whether these changes truly serve the community's interests or instead create a more insulated, less responsive board structure that could ultimately distance educational leadership from the very stakeholders it's meant to serve.
Thanks for that story, Jocelyn. And thank you for listening. See you next time.